Okay, so we now welcome on a very special guest. We have on today a center back for Bayern Munich, Chris Richards. Chris, thanks for joining us today. How's life been? I know you've been pretty busy moving into a new place, but how's it been training, preparing for Champions League, all that?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. First of all, thanks for having me. It's been really cool being back in Munich and, like I said, getting a new place and training with the guys, getting them ready for Champions League. It's been a really good experience.
Nice, nice. So how's it what goes in for Bayern? Like what goes into preparing for a Champions League match? How's it at training? Like what you guys do anything special out of the ordinary or
So since we all had a little break, we were first getting back into it, doing a lot of runs and stuff like that, just kind of getting our fitness and cardio back up. And then after about the first week, we've been doing a lot more I guess bigger stuff like 11v11s, just because running is different than getting like game fitness. So it was getting back into game fitness, and we don't really change up the approach based on the team because we're Bayern and people need to play to kind of our expectations. So we kind of just do the same thing as we always do, whether it's Bundesliga or Champions League, and just have a regular week of training.
Nice. Yeah, we talking about what is the pressure like to have to be like the best player every time you step on the field as like a Bayern player, like at like training and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of pressure, to be honest, especially me being an American. People already count you out as soon as you get out there, and you kind of have to show, like, it kind of makes you want to work twice as hard because these guys, they're gonna try to they're gonna try to push the European players before the American players or South American players. So kind of gives you that chip on your shoulder, and that you want to be perfect every time you go out there. And kind of take down the chin. It's something that I want to do, no matter what club I'm at. My dad's always told me you gotta work twice as hard as anybody else, and so it's it's a lot of pressure, but also it means a lot when people know that you're a Bayern Munich player.
yeah, do they give you more like a hard time for being American? Like do they like ever is anything yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they kind of they see like, of course, our president, and then they see that everyone eats fast food here, so they already think that we're fat and lazy. So
Yeah.
of course, the World Cups and stuff like that. So they give us a lot of crap for that. But I don't know, I think a lot of us, whether it's me here at Bayern or just guys in Europe in general, like Gio Reyna, Uli at Wolfsburg, a lot of us guys are kind of gaining the respect from these Europeans, from us being American.
Definitely. Kind of similar topic. Like I know a lot like Germans get a lot like they're not as like laid back as Americans.
Mhm.
For you, like have you seen that at training? Like are they like not like is it harder to joke around with them or like how's that like?
Yeah, I mean, when I played at FC Dallas, it was a lot of jokes. Even though it was a professional environment, there was a lot of joking around and stuff like that. And then, once you get here during training, it's just 100% seriousness until you're off the pitch. And it took a lot of getting used to because like I like just messing around, whether it's like a break in between drills or just standing in line waiting for like a passenger or something like that. I like to joke around, but these guys are 100% focused 100% of the time until you're off the field. It's crazy to me.
Is there like a switch on, switch off, like they'll go from like joking to like so serious, like out of nowhere you're like, whoa, like
Yeah,
didn't
I mean
expect
that's
that.
how it is. Like everybody's joking around in the locker room, just taking a piss, and then you get on the field and it's like, well, what happened? Like, where did this go?
Yeah. Who would you say the most like serious one is out of everybody? Like who's like always just making sure everybody's focused at training?
I'd probably say either Leon Goretzka or Joshua Kimmich. Those guys, they can get pretty intense, and so even though they're younger guys, I mean they hold the older guys and the younger guys accountable. So those are definitely the two, probably say, sternest players.
Yeah. I was looking at a story about Robin,
Yeah,
how he like when you first arrived, he ripped into you at training. Has
yeah.
anything happened about that since then, or like how was that like?
Nothing like that's really happened since then. That's what kind of like made me realize I was like, oh, this is no joke. And
Yeah,
like I just turned 18, and so it was me getting over there, and it was literally my first day. Like I just landed, and the day after I had training with the first team, and I was like, this is a different environment. Like now I have to really get used to it.
Who was like
Robin was definitely that guy.
who was like the first person you like met like when you got to like the Bayern like the campus?
The first at the campus, I met Joshua Xerxes. I met him when I first got there, but when I finally got to Zevenstrasse, where the pros train, the first two people I met were Rafinha and David Alaba.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was that? Like what did you guys like what did they tell you? Like first day you're like, yo, like yeah, like we're here, like we're just joking around, but we're about to
Yeah, I mean, I they were speaking German to me. And I'm looking around like, dude, I don't know any German.
Wait,
It
how
was
is
so
your German
crazy.
now, you think? You think it's okay?
I think my German's pretty fire, to be honest. I mean, on the field stuff is like perfect. Off the field, I mean, it's kind of hard with different accents and stuff, but I think
Yeah.
my German's pretty good now.
Like you think you
Yeah.
passed like a US German class?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
I would definitely not. I took German like Chuck, I took German like I think eighth grade. And my teacher got mad at us one time and he was like, all right, that's it. Like we're not learning German anymore. And we just read books for like the entire
In
year. I
German,
was like, in German it wasn't even like German books, it was like American books. Because he was like that upset. Like what? All
jeez.
right. Like you and like the close guys like Fonzie and like Joshua. Like I'm guessing you guys are all like probably like really close then.
Yeah,
Like
we definitely are.
how do you guys maintain your friendship like off the field?
Yeah, so Josh really lives like a minute from me, and then Fonzie, when he first got here, he wasn't really playing at first, and he didn't know any German, so it was kind of those things that we kind of just gravitated towards each other because we both knew that we played in the U.S. and or Canada, and that we both spoke English, so that was kind of just like an automatic friendship there, and then Josh is really good with. He speaks German, he speaks Dutch, and
Wow.
he was like the intermediate between me and Fonzie. So like with the rest of the Germans, so he could speak to them and also speak to us. And then just off the pitch, we when I was living on campus, Josh also lived at campus, and so we kind of were just like always there. And then Fonzie, even though he didn't live on campus, we always made it like a priority to go hang out with him because I know how lonely it can get, especially when you don't speak the language. So we kind of just became friends like that.
How long
So
did you live on campus for before you
I
moved
lived
into your
on
own place?
lived on campus for 1 year. Yeah, it was 1 year.
Did you live by yourself, have a roommate, or how was that like?
So campus is like it's really like a big dorm, but like everybody has their own room and everybody
mhm.
has their own shower. So it's like the only thing that you share is like the cafeteria and the washing room, and that's about it.
How's the food? Like do you guys cook for yourselves or like do you guys have like cooks?
So at campus they have cooks, which I'm to be fair, I was not messing with. They weren't the best. Like there was a kitchen area if we wanted to cook by ourselves, but
Mm.
I it was
Like,
their food there wasn't too good.
did you really have a choice on like what you wanted to eat, or is it like the same food kind of like every day, like college stuff?
Nah, it was they made it, and if you didn't eat it, then you probably weren't gonna eat that night. So you had to kind of just had to take it. But I mean, once I got my car, like there's like a little shopping center down the street from where campus is, and they have like KFC, McDonald's, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
if food was really trash, we drive down there.
The American boy. So like, do you like German food at all, or do you just not like go around that German stuff at all?
Yeah, no, I like German food. Some of the stuff they're making on campus just like
Was not it.
too German for me. Like there's German food and then there's like too German. So like at where we train now with the pros, the chefs, they cook German food pretty much every day, but like theirs is really really well done. So I'm starting to enjoy it now.
Yeah. All right, right now, like Barn, like what, like you're playing what center back, right? Not right back.
Mhm.
Who do
Center
you
back.
like? Who do you see as like a mentor that's like wants you to like do better?
Um, I'd probably say David Alaba. Ever since I first got to Germany, he's kind of taken me under my wing, whether it was stuff on the field or off the field. He kind of was just kind of like almost like a big brother to me in a sense, even
Mhm.
though he has his own family now and it's kind of a little bit hard to communicate with him. He's every time I've been there, he's always made me feel welcome and giving me tips and stuff like that. So even in this is like his first year playing center back, so it's kind of like we're learning together. But also he's had enough experience at the highest level that he knows for the most part what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, his English is good too. Yeah. Then
Yeah, his English is pretty good.
how many languages do you think does he speak? Because I know he's like, I mean, he definitely speaks English and then German.
I know he does a little bit of Spanish. His mom from the Philippines, I believe, so I think he knows a little bit of Filipino.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's so tough.
Yeah, dude, that's what's crazy about like Germany. Like if you're half if you're half anything, you always speak that language. Like it's not like in the U.S. If you're half Hispanic, you may speak Spanish. Like you do
Yeah.
speak two languages over here.
Yeah. Dang. See, that's why you guys gotta start learning new languages. Chuck, like this kid, he only speaks English.
I speak a little German.
Yeah, barely.
A little bit.
German, dude. I'm telling you, once I leave Germany, I'm probably never speak German again. Like I want my kids to know it, but like it kind of sucks that I'm not learning a language that's like worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you see, like, when do you see yourself leaving Germany?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, people have asked me that, and like my parents have as well. I mean, as much as I love, the U.S., like one day I want to come back and play MLS, but I'm definitely not rushing it because if you could play at the highest level for as long as you can, then why not do that?
Yeah. There's a lot of time there, man. You guys have
Yeah.
been
So then
playing for ages.
where do you see yourself in like 5 years then?
5 years. Hopefully for club, hopefully it's here at Bayern. Preferably a starter, like a in and out, or every week a starter, and then hopefully a World Cup at least one World Cup under my belt at that time. I think Bayern, maybe Champions League, who knows? Definitely at Bayern anything's possible. And for the US, I want to be able to, to kind of lead this new generation of players, whether it's, at the World Cup or just in regular friendlies and tournaments, stuff like that. I just want to be able to show the world that, we're better than our past.
You guys have a lot of kids on the U20 team. Like, who was you guys did? Wait, were you guys in the final? Was it like the U20 World Cup?
We were we lost in the quarters.
Quarter. Okay. Quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys have a lot of talent. I think like you guys would definitely be able to like hang with the big, like the older guys, like probably like the first team guys. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, first team.
Yeah, the first team guys. Yeah, I'm excited to see you obviously do well for like the US because I think it's about time we go pretty deep in the World Cup right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we have a good mixture now of younger guys over here in Europe, and also like guys like Christian Pulisic, John Brooks. We have a good amount of other guys who have been good mainstays in Europe. So I think us collaborating together will be really good for our future.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see that.
Yeah.
So I read your goal is to help the team qualify for 2020. What is this? Have you had any like runs with like the first team at all, or like have you talked to Berhalter at all?
Yeah, so Berhalter called me a few days ago, just kind of introducing himself to me, and he's kind of wanted to pick my brain a little bit. He was saying that these next year, when it comes to national team stuff, is going to be really really busy. They have Nations League, World Cup qualifying. We have the Olympics coming up. We have Olympic qualifying. We have Gold Cup next summer. So it's a lot of stuff back to back to back. And he was like, I mean, I'm not going to guarantee you anything, but, just be ready when your time comes, because we have a lot of stuff coming up and we're going to need a lot of young players to step up.
Nice.
Yeah, that's huge. Like young players, like back again, like Fonzie and Joshua. What I know like they're getting like crazy first 2 minutes now. Like, what is it like does that give you hope? Like how they blew up so quickly? Like, does it give you hope? Like, hey, like one day or very soon, like that's gonna be me.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. I've been seeing these guys I've seen Josh longer, because he was here longer than Fonzie, but just seeing these guys going from where we started to where they are now, it's really eye-opening, and it's really like you said, it's really, what's the word for it? It gives me hope. It gives me hope that my chance is coming soon. Even though I'm a defender and like a center back, they want you to have more experience. I think that, if like anything can happen. And so I just always got to stay ready for my chance and take it.
Yeah, yeah, literally, dude. Like I remember, like last year when Fonzie first got to like Bayern and he wasn't playing, obviously. Like we'd always talk and like, yeah, dude, like no minutes today, and I was like, oh, that's all right. Like your time's coming soon. And then out of nowhere, now he's like a freaking star, like every game.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I see that with you too. You're scoring hella goals right now. Well, you did. I mean, this past season. So your time's really, dude. She's knocking there.
Yeah. Just gotta keep grinding, and hopefully my time comes soon.
Yeah, man. I'm hyped to see that.
Yeah. In training, who'd you say like is the toughest to defend or to mark, just like in general?
Of course, Lewandowski is really tough, but I think Thiago is like just the way that he's so silky and like he's a perfect mixture of like an attacking player mixed with a defensive player. So like if you get past him, you're gonna have to expect a slide tackle coming in, and he's just the way that he moves on and off the ball. It's really hard to defend, and it's really challenging.
I feel like he never loses the ball either. Like he always retains possession.
He somehow finds a way to keep it, and it's so crazy to me. Like no matter how you try to tackle him, no matter how big you are, like he's gonna shield you and defend you like you're nobody. It's so crazy to me.
Yeah, his center of gravity is insane, dude. That guy just never loses it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like obviously Lewandowski is like in the form of his life right now. Is he like at training? Is he just scoring like as many goals as he's scoring in games? Like, is it like that?
I mean, it's not like I've never gone up against a caliber striker like that before. I mean, of course, you don't have people like that in MLS and or academy at all, or even the second team. So I mean, you get the training and it's like you can't give him a yard because he's gonna pull it right left foot, and he's just good in the air. So it's like you always have to be like marked up on him 100% of the time, or he's gonna put it in the back of the net.
He's dude. So do you think it's gonna like he should or he's gonna win like the Ballon d'Or?
Dude, he should have won it this year. If they were gonna have the award, this would have been his year to win it.
But then again, I feel like he would get rigged because it's just how it is. Like
I mean, you would think that maybe next year they'd do like a combination of this year and the next year, but you never know. Probably the Messi Ronaldo show again, to be fair. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's annoying at some point because he's been doing so well. Like I was so hyped for him to like win it this year, and I was like, and then like the whole thing got canceled. I was like, damn, like that's so trash.
I know.
I bet he was devastated. Oh my gosh. Like the one chance he actually had to like win it, and then like it just goes.
Yeah, he had to have been devastated.
That's so annoying. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for him. I really do. Unless he has the same season next season, which I mean, like it's not hard. I mean, it's gonna be hard to do, I guess, but it's Lewandowski, so I think anything's possible with that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's had good season. Like he's won the Golden Boot. I don't know how many years like within his career in Bundesliga, but to replicate this season, I think it's gonna be kind of hard. But I think he'll still have like a really good season next year, regardless.
All right. Take us through your career a little bit. Like talking about like FC Dallas. Like, how was that? Because I know you're originally from Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So when did you move to Dallas?
So I played in Alabama until I was 16, and then I moved to Houston for a year with the host family. And then when I was 17, moved to Dallas. And 17, let's see. Yep, made my first national team appearance in January of 2018. And then signed my homegrown deal with FCB at 17, right before my 18th birthday in March. And then, since I hadn't been a whole year in the academy, I couldn't play for the first team. So they decided I needed to get a loan. And they thought that USL would have been kind of a low level for me, so they wanted to do something different. And just having signed that partnership with Bayern, they decided that they were going to send me on loan to Bayern for a few months. And so my loan deal was only supposed to be until December of 2018, and then Bayern came to me in FC Dallas with the contract, and so it was kind of a win-win for both of us.
Dude, that's so lit. How was that? You're like, no way, like Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it was like because literally like 2 years before that, I was playing soccer in Alabama, and then Bayern Munich offered me a contract, and I was like, holy shit, like
Yeah.
this doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
What was the
my god.
decision like to go there? Like, did you want to go, like, was going to college the goal for you, or was it like, do you want to become a professional soccer player?
So growing up in Alabama, you don't really hear many success stories about soccer. So I was like,
Yeah.
if I could get a D1 scholarship out of this, like that'd be sick. And so I go to Houston for a year. I played with the Houston Texans Academy, and we won the national championship that year. And then I think the day after we won the national championship, I get a text message from North Carolina, and they'd offer me like the only scholarship offer I had was from North Carolina. They offered me a full ride, and I was like, all right, I got to
Wait,
take it, you know.
was it
And,
UNC or North or
yeah,
oh
UNC.
wow.
And so I go visit the campus, talk, like meet everybody, and then so I committed there. Then I didn't think anything was going to come from FC Dallas. Like I thought I was going to play a year in the academy and then go off to college. And then I killed the national team camp in January and started getting started getting a few looks from like European teams and stuff like that, and kind of made FC Dallas step up the game a little bit, and they decided to sign me to a contract. But I mean, growing up, my dream was always, of course, to become a pro, but I never thought it was really tangible living in Alabama. So I just figured D1 was about as good as it was going to get, and then who knows, like MLS draft or something crazy could have happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, so you said Dallas when you were like 15 with a host family. Did that host family have like a kid playing soccer as well, or are you like the only, like,
Yeah.
the only one?
So when I moved to Houston, they had a kid who was, I believe he's 3 years younger than me, and he was in the academy, and it was cool because we played the same position, so it's kind of like me being an older brother to him. So it was pretty cool.
You still talk to him at all? Is he like, oh wow, my like older brothers at Bayern now? Like,
Yeah, it's cool because we still keep in contact. Like me, I keep in contact with the whole family. Actually, he plays FC Dallas now, so he kind of followed that footstep, and so we still talk every once in a while. And when I was back in Dallas a few weeks ago, I went and saw the family, so it was really good. They're an amazing family.
nice. I'm kind of curious, like just off of the field,
Mhm.
like besides playing soccer, like what do you do? Like what do you like? What are some of your hobbies? Like how do you keep busy?
That's a good question. Now it's it's kind of hard because I was living on campus for a year and I didn't really have any hobbies. Like you couldn't really leave campus that often, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I like anything to do with music. I haven't really started making music, but I just like listening to it and kind of just like I'll just mess around with music stuff. I love listening to different tracks and different mixes and stuff like that. And one day that's something I want to really get into is like making music. I feel like that'd be pretty cool and it'd be a good hobby in your spare time.
so like do you like when you say making music, you mean like more like the beats like
Yeah.
behind it, or like vocals? Like,
Nah, I like doing beats and stuff like that. When I lived in Alabama, of course, I used to play basketball, and so
yeah,
in the locker room, you'd be like making a beat and somebody would rap on it, and it was
Yeah.
just kind of cool. And it's so cool what people can do with a computer and like a keyboard or something like that. So I think that's something that I definitely want to get into.
Dude, can you rap though? Can you spit
Not
something?
I heard him
when I used
sing
to live
before.
when I used to live in Alabama, like I said, we used to just like hit like a little freestyle or something like that. But dude, honestly, ever since I left Alabama, I have not used any of that stuff.
Dude, you gotta keep that in you.
He killed the Miley Cyrus
Hey, in the USA,
the party in the USA.
you keep the vocals on.
So you're a big Miley Cyrus fan then?
Nah, I mean, growing up, you gotta know that song if you're from the US. You gotta know Party in the USA.
Nah, that's a
And
bum.
I had to pretend like I didn't know the song, so I was looking at my phone the whole time. I gotta hit that easy, no question.
That's mad funny.
So are you working on any music right now? Like, are you looking to release anything then?
Not really. With this Corona stuff happening right now, it's kind of been on a standstill. But actually, my boy Josh Xerxes, he likes to rap. Like if you drop a beat for him, he'll try to freestyle. So me and him might have something coming up soon.
Yeah. SoundCloud link.
SoundCloud.
Link.
Well, we'll see. And there might be a drop sometime soon. Who knows?
Would that be like English, German, Dutch, like,
Oh, you're right.
or maybe
I
all
think
three?
I think it'll probably be a mix between Dutch and English, to be honest, because like when he's good freestyling in English, but also like once that Dutch comes out, like I don't know what he's saying, but it just sounds clean. So it'll probably
Yeah.
You can just say a whole lot of shit. You're just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
word.
all right, yeah.
Oh, I can bang with
Sounds
this.
good. Sounds good.
He's probably just saying random words that just like sound good. Nah.
Like, do you use TikTok? Because I know a lot of people are using TikTok to like make like music and videos and stuff.
I don't personally make TikToks, but I have TikTok because like, it's just like a burner account. I just like, I mean, there's these few things. I like kind of creep up on people. Like my brother, he has a TikTok and he's like 8, and it's just like so funny watching him and
Is he TikTok famous?
stuff like that, and it's pretty funny.
Is he TikTok famous? Your little brother?
Nah, not yet, dude. This dude is a straight clown. I mean, he gets like 20 views on each of his things, but it's just this like the stuff that he does is so funny.
He's like, bet, yeah, I'm gonna get.
He thinks he's actually doing something, so I'm not gonna burst his bubble. I'll just let him have it.
Nah, I feel that.
Who are your like favorite artists right now?
Right now, I mean, of course, Pop Smoke dropped the album, which is still hot, still relevant. So I like that.
Days.
But I think within the last few years, some of my favorite artists are like A Boogie. I like Black. He's pretty fire. Of course, Lil Baby's killed everything this year, so you can't count him out. I like listening to everything pretty much. I mean, like I said, A Boogie is definitely like probably the highest on the list right now. I mean, he has a mixture between rap and kind of like an R&B vibe. So I definitely
A Boogie put you in your bag, but also make you out.
Exactly. I mean, it puts you in your feels and it make you wanna stab somebody. So
I love A Boogie. I would say A Boogie's probably like my second because I'm a big Juice WRLD guy. I would say Juice WRLD,
Juice WRLD's fire too.
and then Pop Smoke. But the new Pop Smoke album, I let y'all on repeat when they first dropped. The first like week, repeat, memorizing every lyric, every song.
And when they had Express Yourself, the Burna Boy version, I heard that before it came out, and I was like, bro, why is this not on the album? And then they dropped the deluxe, and it was so hard. Every song on that was a banger. I was like, wow. He did it. Pop did it.
I think my favorite of that entire album was it was either The Woo or Something Special. Like that, Something Special. So I would get bagged low key, but then I'll be like,
like it was just Pop Smoke was just feeling himself. I was like, all right, you do you Pop, but it was hard. It was so hard.
Oh my god. All right, what's the major question that Chuck and I have been wondering? What's the meaning behind like East Mamba? I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know what that why.
Yeah, so 6th grade, I remember, I used to play basketball and I used to always wear Kobe's. Ever since I started playing basketball, Kobe's were always my shoe to wear. And, I was like, I made an Instagram and I kept forgetting the account name and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I love Kobe. I'm from the Southeast. I feel like Southeast Mamba would have been too much. So East Mamba was kind of born then, and it was something easy for me to remember. And also, it was kind of like one of those things where if I did end up, becoming somebody one day, that it would be like, oh, okay, East Mamba, you could probably do something with that name. And I kind of just ran with it.
So would you say Kobe's the GOAT then?
All right,
I like this.
Watching The Last Dance, because I've never watched Jordan because it was a little bit before my time. Watching The Last Dance, it made me realize how great Jordan was. I mean, I love Jordan, I love Kobe, I love LeBron, but I'd probably say it's Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron in my eyes. So that's what I would say.
Jeez.
Yeah, that Last Dance documentary was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I always heard my dad talk about it because my dad used to play basketball, and so he'd always talk about Jordan, and he was like, "Bro, I wish if you were alive, you'd realize how great he was." And then watching the documentary, I was like, I understand that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Dude,
I like seeing how competitive he was, just like in everything. Like it was no matter what it was, he just wanted to win, no matter what.
And people hated him because he was so competitive, but I feel like that's kind of just being a great player. Not everybody's gonna like you, but he got the best out of his teammates, and I mean they went down as I mean, he really brought the Bulls from nothing to what they are today. So I think it's really
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy how he did really. They were nothing before him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
like, do you guys so like right now like are you just like playing Xbox? Oh, not Xbox, like PS4 all the time and stuff.
Pretty much. Now that I got internet in my place, I'm just playing PS4.
Warzone Squad though.
Of course. Hey, we need to hop on soon, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I need to carry y'all to a win because I'm
I need
type
to carry
nice.
you too.
I'm type nice. Who's
I
your
was
like who's your typical squad?
it's usually me, Josh Xerxes, Chris Gloucester from PSV,
Hmm.
and then sometimes either Richie Ledesma will hop on or Uli Yanez. One of those guys usually will. Sometimes
Who's
Fonzie plays, but then he
he's
already
trash. He is
I know,
trash, bro.
I know. We kind of leave
Oh
him
my,
out
oh my God.
there.
Yo, one time, homeboy, this guy invited me to his like Warzone, like well, it was like a regular game, but it was too many people. So we're playing multiplayer, and they're like, "Yo, whoever does the worst has to like sit out." And Fonzie had like 2 kills in the game, and I was like, "Yo, like I'm not trying to take, I'm not trying to kick you out of your own squad, but that was trash."
Yeah, that's tough.
Like that, I think that time we had it was me, him, one kid named Nick Mahey, and then Weston McKinney was in that party too.
Mhm.
I was like, dude, like, how are you doing this bad right now? Like, 2 kills, and then he'd be like, he always has an excuse, always has an
Yeah.
excuse. I'm like, dude, come on, you gotta figure it out. But yeah, I know I'm definitely down to carry you and your squad to a win.
All right, bet.
Because I'm nice in the sticks, you know.
Man, we had a quarantine for a week before our first game back after Corona,
Mhm.
and we were playing Warzone, and we were getting to it. We were in the final circle, and somebody C4'd all of us.
What?
I threw my remote across the room, and it broke. The remote just shattered. So I was sitting there with the PlayStation with no remote for like a month.
Nah, it'd be like that. I really do.
It
Because
was
my
tough.
mom, she be on my case. Like, I be yelling, like, and whenever I, like, first time back, she heard me cursing. Like, I came back from college, she heard me cursing. She was like, oh, so what do you think you are? Like, you think you're a big man now? You leave for college, come back, you just curse me out. She was so pissed. Well, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, that game actually gives me a headache sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my days.
All right, so I got a question. So for like a young guy like coming from Bayern, like playing at Bayern now, a lot of people, not a lot, but like people will go to like a smaller club just to get more consistent minutes, like on loan. Is that something that you see happening for you, or do you want to stay at Bayern and try and break the first team there?
Yeah, it's a hard situation because playing at a club like Bayern, there's a lot of what's the word for it?
The
A lot of
competition.
expectations you have to live up
Yeah.
to, and there's a lot of players ahead of you who have done a lot of great things. Like I think the whole back line, except Fonzie, has like has a Champions League, has a World Cup under their belt. So it's like I don't know. The only thing I put in is U20 World Cup. Like that's my only claim to international fame. So it's there's a lot of stuff that you have to live up to, but also if I can break into the first team, so be it. But also if I need to go on loan and get consistent minutes and come back even better, I'm also down for that as well.
Yeah, I saw what's his name? Is that Sarpreet? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
I'm one of that kid's biggest fans. He doesn't even know it. I freaking love watching the kid play. He is so dirty.
he's silky.
Oh my, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He is so good. Like I've been following him for I would say quite a bit now. And
Mhm.
when I saw I went to see you guys play Madrid last summer for the
Mhm.
ICC Cup. Oh my god, kid is so good.
He is.
You just can't. He just glides like his.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And when you look at him, you're like, oh, like he's kind of a baller. And he goes out there and he's shredding people. You're like, oh, all right, like, you do you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we put up a thing on our Instagram at keeping it simple underscore pod for some fan questions for you, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
through. We got a lot. We got over 80 questions, so we're gonna go through
Just like
a
3.
couple. Yeah.
All right,
So
bet.
first one was from next door neighbor. Who's the toughest player you've ever had to defend against?
Toughest player I've ever had to defend against. Honestly, I'm not just saying this because, like, because that's the homie, but my last year at FC Dallas, we played Vancouver Whitecaps at Academy Showcase, and Fonzie was playing left wing. And I have never experienced somebody that fast before in my life. I mean, it was like if you give him any space, he was running right past you. It was pretty impressive. He's definitely up there on the list. I mean, of course, I played against Lewandowski, Ian Robin, stuff like that. But just the pace that Fonzie brings is something that I've never seen, and that the world has never seen before. It's crazy.
Dude. Meet the road runner.
I was dying when I saw that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh my god, that's wait. Who would you say has like the most energy, like at like training or even like Well, you guys haven't really played that many games, but like at training and stuff.
Like just like on the field, or you mean like off the field as well?
All on and off. We'll just go with that.
It's Fonzie. I'm telling you, this dude will be up 24/7 dancing, doing TikToks. He doesn't care. I mean, this dude is 100% of the time. Like he's so energetic. I mean, it's so crazy because he could literally sleep 3 hours and then come out there and pretend like nothing happened. Like he slept 14 hours a day before. It is so crazy.
So do you guys have a like a group meet or like WhatsApp and?
Oh yes, that has to be some good banter in that.
To stay connected. Is he just like spamming that all the time then?
Pretty much. I mean, if they say anything German, he has no idea what's happening. But then it's so funny because he's been here for a year and a half and his German isn't that great, to be fair. And it's so funny they mess with him about
that. Yeah. All right. Another question is from Makari 00007. Who's a player that you idolize and why?
I'd probably say Jerome Boateng is a player that I idolize. Growing up, I was, of course, starting to play center back, and you didn't really see very many black center backs. So I think as soon as I started watching soccer and I decided center back is what I wanted to play, Jerome was definitely the person I looked up to. And it just so happened that, I signed to Bayern and that he was playing right above me. And that was really something that that was really crazy to me because he'd always been my favorite player. And then I got the opportunity to play with him, and he's definitely somebody that I've always idolized.
Nice. Yeah, Jerome's a baller.
Yeah, he is.
And he's getting old, but he's still like balling out.
Yeah, he kind of lost his form a little bit under Nico, and then once Hansi came in, it was like he meant like he didn't lose a step at all.
Yeah, his German's probably he's actually German, right?
Yeah, he's German.
His German's probably so good.
Yeah, he played at Man City for a little bit, and then his parents are from Ghana, so he speaks a good amount of English.
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Another fan question is, how old were you when you realized bar stood for beer and alcohol room? What? Wait, that's a thing?
I guess 20. I didn't know.
Wait, yeah, I did not know that.
Wow. I was today's years old when I had found that
out. Wait, how am I just seeing this question? I honestly
that was from Jared _wisdom.
I honestly didn't even know that was that was what it stood for.
What a legend! I didn't know that either. I thought it was
wow.
All right, and then last question from FC Bayern the _best. From which player have you learned the most at Bayern?
From which player have I learned the most? Honestly, I'd probably say it's, like I said, it's probably been David, to be fair. I mean, I learned a lot from a lot of the players, whether it's Neuer, who's kind of communicated with me what he wants from a center back, or if it's Jerome, or, just seeing how other players play, it makes you learn a lot. But I think definitely David since he grew up in the academy and he's played at Bayern pretty much his whole career, he's definitely a guy who's helped me out and kind of tried to teach me everything that he knows. And he's a great guy and he's an even better player. So I think that he's definitely a guy who's helped me out the most.
Nice. Yeah, he probably can relate a lot to what you're going through and the whole process behind everything.
Exactly. I mean, he went a year on loan, I believe, to Hoffenheim. So it's kind of no, I'm not saying that I'm going out on loan, but it's kind of like the same situation as I'm in right now.
Yeah.
So he definitely knows what's happening.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're not in the Champions, like you're not. I saw like you didn't. Well, you didn't make the roster for like the to travel. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, we were all like expecting you to, or at least I thought you were going to. Like, is there anything that happened?
No, so it was kind of those things where they gave me 3 weeks off, and the rest of the team only had 12 days off. And so, they didn't want me to rush back into it and get hurt or anything like that. So they just decided to go with the guys who stayed the whole time, who only had the 12 days off. And because as soon as I landed in Munich, I had to do like almost like a 5-day quarantine. They had to make sure I was negative twice for
Mm-hmm.
Corona. So as much as I wanted to go, I understand why they didn't take me because the other guys had been here the whole time, and I'd only been in training for a week before they decided to name the roster.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Weird. This is weird, but Chuck said, though, like you're not in Champions League this year, but next season, if you do, let's just say you do, like you're playing consistent minutes and you make the team for like Champions League. Chuck says if you score, that I have to get a cat and name you Chris Richards. Yeah. So
I need to see it happen.
all right. So yeah. So if you go ahead, you score. I don't care what kind of goal it is. It could be a freaking PK. I'll get a cat and name it Chris Richards.
All right, it's a deal. It's a deal.
And I don't even like cats too, so that's gonna be. I actually hate it. I lived with one of my roommates had a cat. That thing would pee. Oh my goodness, I hate cats. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be a bet. And you have to do the cat celebration though. You have to do some type of cat celebration, just to know, just to like signal me, like, yo, this is for you.
All right, it's a deal.
All right, bet.
All right, Chris, this has been great. Thanks for coming on today. We really appreciate you taking the time out and talking to us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy.
gladly have you on in the future anytime. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
after you score and do that cat celebration.
All right. I'll go to the screen.
All right, thanks a lot, my guy.
Yeah.
See ya.
see ya. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.